Laura Kolodny here with TechCrunch TV. I'm a green tech writer with TechCrunch, and we're here with Tom Scarmellino with a New York City clean tech firm called Efficiency 2.0. Tom founded the company in what year?
It was about the middle of 2009.
And you've been here in New York the whole time?
We've been in New York the whole time. That's exactly right. We're big fans of the city, and we think that the clean tech scene in the city is second to none in the country, and we don't care what the Valley and Boston have to say about it.
Oh, no. Okay, well, so I love the enthusiasm for the Big Apple. Can you tell us a little bit? I've heard you call Efficiency 2.0 the Mint.com of energy somehow. What do you guys do? What do you sell, and who do you sell it to?
Sure. So our business is really driven by laws that states have enacted over the past 4 or 5 years that essentially require utilities, electric and gas companies, to reduce the amount of energy that they sell. And so we work with them. We sell them a B2B2C solution that essentially engages all of their customers with very personalized information on the best ways that they can reduce their energy bills. Okay. And then we actually reward them with points, just like any loyalty program, your Delta Sky Miles program, or your American Express points program. We reward them with points based on how much energy they save that they can then redeem for everyday discounts from top national brands as well as local stores right around the corner from them.
Okay, and so where are you generating the revenue? Does it come from the retailers and the businesses that
utilities pay us to run the program? So
okay.
We get hired by utilities, we're under contract with the utilities, and we actually white label our software, our direct mail, all the channels through which we communicate with customers. We white label them under the utilities brand. So it's a utility program. We get paid based on how many customers we engage and how much energy we save, whether that's pure what's called energy efficiency, which is reducing the total amount of energy that customers use, or what's often called demand response or peak shifting, which is reducing energy use at particular points in time when it's very expensive to make that energy. Okay. And so we get paid by utilities directly.
Okay, and so what are the environmental problems? One or two of the biggest environmental problems you're solving with that?
Well, there's a whole host of pain points that we address, and some of them are on the utility side and some of them are on the consumer side. On the consumer side, one of the biggest pain points is simply the fact that energy use isn't a one-size-fits-all equation. The best thing for you to do to reduce your energy costs, to make a dent in climate change in a personal way, to help it ensure that you don't have to build another coal plant in your area to provide power, the particular things that make the most sense for you may not even make sense for your neighbor or your coworker. Okay. And so energy use is a very personalized problem. The problem is that we haven't been marketing it as a personalized problem. And so what we've done is we've developed the most sophisticated analytical engine on the market. It's almost like a Google crawler for energy data that just pulls in all of this high-resolution energy data and then can target you from hundreds of ways that you can reduce your energy bill, from no-cost actions just like shutting off the lights to low-cost purchases like buying a low-flow shower head or CFLs, the spirally light bulbs, all the way up to major home investments, putting solar panels on your roof, replacing out some major appliances or your furnace. We figure out for you specifically, Laura, what's the most important thing that you could be doing to help reduce your bills and start seeing some of those benefits and to get rewarded for it.
What is a typical case for someone in New York, since you're pointing at me? It's like, what's something that really would help in an urban environment?
Yeah, so there's a lot of things about New York City that are really interesting. And if you talk to the folks at Con Ed, for instance, they do a fantastic job of providing power to an area that uses a ton of it during, particularly right now, it's a 95-degree day right now, right? The air conditioners are blasting today, and it's really an impressive job that these folks do in terms of being able to provide reliable power. But most folks are living in apartments. Most folks really don't control their furnace, for instance. Mm-hmm. Most folks are actually starting to see much higher bills due to their HVAC, right? And so there's some important things that most folks don't even think about. Cleaning your AC filters or replacing them out once a month, that has a huge impact on the efficiency of your HVAC unit. It takes you 5 minutes at most, and it can actually reduce your bill in a meaningful way. So there's a whole host of things like that.
Well, okay. And as far as the potential impact of software, people have been very skeptical, some of our readers and comments, sure, about the possibility of software to change behavior or even to make enough of a dent in energy consumption. What kind of results are you seeing?
Yeah, so first of all, that skepticism, we've seen that too across the board. Most folks think of solving large energy issues and addressing climate change as a big infrastructure or hardware or IP problem where right, you're focusing on some very significant investments in new technology. We don't discount any of that. We think it's absolutely critical. That said, adoption of technology, adoption of new clean energy programs, new types of ways of generating energy, whether it's distributed or large scale through the wind and the sun, all of these are behavioral issues, and they require understanding how people actually make decisions in their everyday lives. And so what we've done is we've essentially inserted a layer of marketing that leverages a lot of the best practice research from behavioral economics and behavioral psychology to engage people in a much more targeted and effective way. And the benefits from that can span to increasing adoption of smart meters, right? Increasing adoption of energy efficiency programs. So just from, for instance, our online program, engaging folks, it's completely free to them. There's absolutely no cost to participate in the program. We're seeing over 6% savings, verified savings that our utility clients get to claim credit for in order to hit their state mandated goals.
Is that by kilowatt hours or dollars, or how do you measure that?
Frankly, it's by kilowatt hours and dollars. It's just a conversion factor, but it's about 6.1 to 6.5% savings right now that we're seeing. And what that really means is we're capable of generating at a very large scale a significant volume of megawatt hour savings or gigawatt hour savings such that our utility partners can hit these goals in a way that's much more cost effective than some of the more traditional rebate and incentive programs that they've been running really since the birth of the energy efficiency industry with Jimmy Carter's administration. So the results that we're seeing speak to the ability to create an effective mousetrap that gets people to actually care about energy use a little bit more without having too much sacrifice or too much pain for them, right? And that ability to capture mind share and increase engagement around the energy bill, which has been completely invisible to folks for, since the beginning of the industry. You don't really know how you're using your energy, where the big sources of your energy use are going. We provide a lot of that personalized insight to folks, and it does cause significant behavior change that when you add them up across 120 million homes in this country can make as big and potentially an even bigger dent into our energy crisis as the entire solar industry, for instance.
Okay, so that's interesting. I know that you guys are aligned with another familiar New York City clean tech company, Recycle Bank. What are you doing in partnership with them?
Yeah, so Recycle Bank, first of all, is a fantastic company in New York City. I don't know if you know that Wall Street Journal just recognized them as the #1 clean tech company globally, which is a pretty big deal, I think.
Yeah, we interviewed them long before that.
You had John on the show before that. Great, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So Recycle Bank, they've traditionally provided a rewards and loyalty program for increasing the amount that you recycle, which decreases the overall waste that gets sent to landfills.
Right.
And they've done a great job working with cities and haulers on developing that program. We'd started talking a number of years ago around potentially taking that model and bringing it into energy, bringing it into water, bringing it into other areas of sustainability. And their program is actually quite unique. First of all, it's one of the few green-focused loyalty programs. And so what we've done is we've taken a lot of the redemption opportunities, the merchant catalog that they've developed, and we've transferred over into our programs, such that now if you reduce your energy use any given month, you get an email from us in our program that shows you how much you've saved, shows you the amount of energy saving points that you've earned, and you can immediately, literally with just 2 clicks of the mouse, redeem those points for $10 off at Staples. And we know if you have kids in the home, we know if it's August or September and it's back to school, so we know to target those opportunities in a very personalized manner such that just for thinking a little bit more about your energy bill, you can, whether it's through Recycle Bank or other loyalty partners, you can ultimately see real-world, immediate financial benefit for thinking about your energy bill in a little bit more in depth. So.
Okay, great.